sentenced tomorrow. You saw what happened to Adam today. I will put this out there on my YouTube channel, and I'll include it in the documentary as well. But I'll put it out like today. So what do you
Okay,
want people to know?
I want people to know that I love my country and I love my people. I'm not a domestic terrorist. I never had any intentions of taking violent actions against anybody American. But, it is important that Americans wake up. It is important that they see the writing on the wall. I am a Christian, and even though I don't sound very Christian like in some of those recordings, you'll forgive me. I was intoxicated. Um, you know, Intoxication something that a lot of people in this country turn to. If you look at the percentages of people who are on drugs, prescription or street, it's like 90% of the population. So don't tell me that people don't look for a way out, because they do when everything gets too stressful. And me, I turned to marijuana, and I smoked absolutely copious amounts of marijuana. I'm kind of glad I had the opportunity to clean up from all that. I'm glad that I sound myself again. But as myself, I do want everybody to know that I had no ill will towards American people. I really just want this country to return to the greatness that it could be. I just want the people who are empowered to realize that you keep using this land of the free, home of the brave. We're not that. We lost that. When you made us a police state, when you made us a stone's throw away from communist, all that left us. So stop claiming it. It's really, and I hate to say this, but it's stealing valor at this point. When you claim to serve a country that's only been more and more enslaved, that it's really, I don't know. And I hate to sound like I'm diminishing my appreciation for those who serve. That's not it. I appreciate those of service. I just wish that you had the opportunity to serve in the capacity that our founding fathers would have wanted you to serve, and not the capacity that the people who profit by stealing the resources of other countries uh, have worked into the system and now is at play. You know, a lot less people would be dealing with PTSD if they were defending their borders, if they were defending their country. PTSD wouldn't be such a thing. And I just really want my people to know that I love them. I'm one of the most freedom loving people that you could ever meet. It's not my intention. I'm not right or left. I'm right down the middle. I believe you enjoy your rights up until they overlap with my rights, and then we have to come to some kind of agreement. But, I'm a constitutionalist, and I support the rights of the people regardless of what the government says. I forget which founding father it was that said, but he said it's not the duty of the patriot to defend his government from the people. It's the duty of the patriot to defend his people from the government.
Exactly.
And and I just want the people to know that if this is the pill that I have to swallow, if this is the medicine that I have to take, I only regret that I have but one life to give for my country.
Yeah. And I just kind of hope people understand that, like, there's a lot more that's going to come out about this. I don't think that the discovery is going to remain sealed forever. And I think that eventually people will see exactly what the government did in this case, specifically the FBI, the levels of their corruption. We talked about just Jason Chambers today and what he was doing and how he was profiting through his private company to do this. And the fact that the jury wasn't allowed to know that, I think, is stunning. That doesn't even get into Impala committing perjury in other cases and the jury not hearing about that. That doesn't get into Richard Trask and what he was doing to
Or
his
the
wife.
or the prosecutors threatening witnesses in
Yeah.
front of the court's eyes, the
Yeah.
lawyers not coming forward and saying, "Hey, where is this legal at?" The lawyers actually didn't say anything about that either.
Do you
Like
think
there's
they
a
were
lot of
just
things.
scared at that
I
point
do.
because the government was already threatening their own witnesses, that maybe they just kind of were like, well, Okay.
I think the lawyers are really scared. I mean, you've been to Christopher Gibbons'
Yeah,
restaurant there. Like they have a lot to lose.
they
And
do.
people with a lot to lose tend to, be easily pliable because, when you have that much to lose, you don't want to lose it. But I do want to say before it cuts off that I really appreciate you. I always have love for your family and you.
Thank you.
Anything that you need from me ever, don't hesitate. Um, I know we want to get together and write a book. I definitely want that to happen. I
Yeah,
definitely want that to
I
happen.
gotta get you to start working on that.
Yeah, yeah. I had spoke to Thomas about it last year. I'm like, hey man, listen, we need to write a book, and he's like, yeah, all right. And I'm like, but lawyer says don't do it right now because we'll get in trouble. So
Yeah, but we can do it now.
right, right.
Also, you can call me later tonight and stuff if you want to talk prior to tomorrow. You can always call me on the phone. And
I will. I will. I might wait until tomorrow night for that because
okay, you
I
can do
want to
that too.
see. Like right now, my nerves are like right at the very. Like I was almost too nervous to do this today. I was like, wait a minute. But you got to put your best foot forward, and you got to say, hey, what's good for the people is what you got to do right now. And I think it's really good to get this out because it's happening at a time where there's a lot of corruption being realized, and it's
Yes.
happening at a place where it all fits together. So the pieces that come out of my case that the Twitter files are leaving left open, you can use all these pieces to put a good puzzle together, and you can see exactly what it looks like. And none of it means anything good to the American people.
Yeah.
So please do let the American people know that I love them. I appreciate them.
And
You
people
only
are
have
praying for you too, by the way. I have people that reach out to me that say, "Tell Barry we're praying for him and Adam too."
Hey, listen, the reality of the situation is you only have what rights you are willing to fight and die for. It's history repeats it. It's so you have to be willing to fight and die for those rights. And if standing up and saying, "Hey, I want to retain my rights," is part of the fight, just do it. Because these rights are being stripped from us. We are no longer the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're more oppressed than most of the countries that we tout as being, tyrannical
Yeah.
governments. Their people are more free than we are.
Yeah, the FBI is turned into like the East German Stasi or the Cheka of the USSR, literally
Right.
a political police force, secret police force that operates outside of the legal system and isn't bound by the rules and laws that everybody else is bound by, and engage in extrajudicial activities and things like that. So,
I
yeah.
love and appreciate you all before it cuts off. I love and appreciate you all. So thank you, Christina, for giving me the opportunity.